A very good morning to one and all. I am Dr. Bharati Ravikrishnan, Assistant Professor, Head Department of Biotechnology, Guru Nanak College, here to give you a bird's eye view about the role of biotechnology in the sustainable development. Entire world is concentrating now on the concept of the smart city with the zero waste concept. It is all focusing upon food for all, clean water, clean energy with renewable resources, so that the Mother Earth can be preserved for the future generation to come. In the name of economic progression, we have really contributed much to the air pollution, and this is the latest statistics. Even in India, if you could see over here, there are many states in India which are highly polluted to medium polluted, and very few states, you can see right from Punjab to the Bihar and West Bengal, they are dangerously polluted range. So it is a high time we concentrate upon mitigation this pollution. In the name of, again, in economic progression, every biosphere on our earth has been destroyed and it has been extremely polluted. There is no part of the biosphere which is left unpolluted in the current scenario. And as a common citizen also, we have greatly contributed to the concept of the carbon footprinting. Let me give you a small example. When we want to buy sugar, so when you look at the production of the sugar cane has been produced elsewhere in an agriculture field, which is being transported to an industry where they use fossil fuel for the refinery of the sugar, and the sugar, it has been then sent to the godown, and from the godown it comes to the retailer, and as a consumer we too go to the shop by using a two-wheeler or a car, thereby contributing greatly to the carbon footprinting. The result of the carbon footprinting has now resulted in the climatic change. Like we could see here, many of our world's glacier in the Arctic are being melted. And not alone that, there is a good examples of Odisha and Chennai coastline. In Chennai coastline, it is the Mahabalipuram temples, where there is a great recession of the coastal lines, and water is coming into the land. And here in this statistics, it is clearly shown to that there are nearly 150 kilometers of 550 kilometers of coastline of Odisha has been lost to the incoming of the seawater into the land. And during the pandemic situation, the statistics shows that there is a great the whole ozone hole has been completely healed, but once the economic progression starts in the future, we may not know what will happen to this ozone layer again. Now when we talk about economic resilience, when you need to compare with the linear economy and the circular economy. When we talk about the linear economy, the concept is take, make and dispose, because it takes nearly 10,000 and more years for a fossil fuel to be generated, and there is a great depletion in the fossil fuel, and nowadays in every nook and corner of the world, the products are based on the fossil fuel based products. So that is the main reason why pollution also increases, and there is a great inflammation also occurring. So when we talk about the concept of the circular economy, where the concept is use, recycle and make, the waste of one industry is being used as the product raw material for the next industry's product manufacturing. Thereby the pollution is greatly reduced, the waste is being also mitigated, the pollution is also under the control in the case of the circular economy. Putting in a nutshell, the circular economy, it is helping us to produce the value added product from the waste, and the cost can be greatly reduced. It also contributes to the human well-being. It also helps in the environmental restoration and the conservation process. Now coming to the bioeconomy, the bio-based economy refers to all the economic activities derived from scientific research focused on biotechnology. The production of renewable biological resources and the conservation into food, feed and safe energy, it is a fundamental for all the bio-based economy. We can see over here that by the concept of the biotechnology, it is possible for us to produce the food which could be given for all, and we can also produce the biofortified food which could be used as a therapeutic or a nutraceutical compounds to mitigate the human diseases, And in case of water also, it is possible for us to recycle the grey water into the potable water. So that is how the three concepts, the bioeconomic, biogenic resources and biotechnology comes in hand. The main source of or contribution of biotechnology in the economic resources is that it is able to generate all the natural resources what we need for the product production, so that the economic progression can be positive without damaging any of our natural resources. Now let me give you a small example. Since we have been used to all the products which are chemical based and which are derived from the fossil fuels, let us go into an alternative of these chemical based fossil fuel products. Let's take 1 acre of land which can give us 82,500 tons of sugarcane, which yields to 7,200 liters of ethanol and 3 tons of green ethylene and 3 tons of green polyethylene. From these green ethanol and polypropylene, it is possible for us to produce all the products which are bio-based, and we can replace the fossil fuel products with these bio-based products. Hence, we can produce a value-added product from the waste. Now coming to another concept that I want to introduce is the biofarming. Here, in the terms of biotechnology, we are using or we are manipulating the living cells as microbes, plant or an animals for the product production. When we talk about the microbes are like bacteria or the fungus, the small cells which can be manipulated. Either you can directly do the gene manipulation, or we can grow the organisms in a suitable media. We can make these microbes to produce the products of our interest, like nutraceuticals, healthcare products, or pigments which are used as the food additives or food solvents, etc. The same way, coming to the plant biotechnology, here we are taking the plant cell, we are subjecting it to genetic engineering, we are introducing the gene of our interest, and it is possible for us to get the products like a vaccine or a biofortified compound like vitamins or an amino acids, which we can use it as our health supplements. And now coming to the animal biotechnology, again, animal biotechnology, just like the microbial biotechnology and the plant biotechnology, we use the animal cells to get the product of our interest. So we can, here in this picture, I have just shown you the examples of Sugana chicken, which is able to produce the eggs with increased vitamin D and the eggs with DHA, which helps in our brain health status. Now coming to the overview of the applications of biotechnology, to start with, we are much concerned with our health. So here comes the red biotechnology, through which it is possible for us to produce the vaccine, gene therapy is possible, so that many of the genetic aberrations can be treated. Cell therapies are possible for many of the disease treatment. It is possible now for us to grow our own tissues in a Petri plate and use it for the therapy. And this is followed by the agriculture biotechnology, where we can increase the food and the cash crop yield can be increased. Biofortified crops can be produced, so that many of the metabolic disorders can be treated. And then we can also produce the vaccines, which can be taken as an oral edible vaccines, and we can also have a safe and food processing methods. Now comes the blue biotechnology, which is a very recent concept, as many of the drugs used nowadays for many disease treatments like an HIV are derived from the marine algae. So the blue biotechnology not only helps us to produce or acquire the therapeutic compound, they are also an alternative good source of the feed to agriculture croplands. Through biotechnology, it is possible for us to get the clean energy, renewable energy resources can be generated, biofuel can be used for mitigation of the pollution, product cost reduction can be generated, self-sufficient products can be produced. And next comes the environmental biotechnology, which contributes to the decrease in the pollution, conservation of the natural resources and restoration of the bio-niches. And finally comes industrial biotechnology. So the crux of biotechnology is when we perform the genetic engineering, we need the products to be produced, and here comes the industrial biotechnology, by which we can produce the non-toxic compounds which can be readily used for human consumptions. On the whole, in biotechnology, we are using a cell as a factory. We use every subcellular organelle present inside a cell like a technician in the industry to produce the product of our interest. And now I would like to talk about, concentrate upon the environmental pollution. India imports nearly 50,000 tons of e-waste, in which India itself generates around 350,000 of e-waste. Now what we can get from this e-waste is that is many of the minerals and metals like aluminium, arsenic, antimony, beryllium, cadmium, nickel, gold, iridium, which are all needed for the electronic gadgets productions. So instead of performing the mining process to get all these minerals and metals, it is possible for us to recycle the e-waste by using genetically modified, as I've shown over here, it's a fungus called as an Aspergillus niger, which can eat away all our plastics that is from the SIM card, and gold can be generated. So what is the role of biotechnology in economic contribution to every nation's development is that is around 20% of pharmaceutical compounds are biotechnology based, 15% of medical diagnosis, biofuel, environmental pollution mitigations are bio-based products. Food is bio-based products nowadays. In India also there are many bio-based crop plants like papaya, okra, brinjal, cotton. They are being exclusively produced. And then comes the forensics, and the regulatory affairs also contributes to the 10%, like issuing the patents, copyrights and the trademark. So for biotechnology, what do we all require? After manipulating the cells is a specific equipment called as the fermenters or the bioreactors for the product production. According to the type of the cells, the medium, the products that we are going to use, the type of fermenters, the bioreactors can be many. So the bottom one is a cyclonic fermenter that is used for the production of alcoholic beverages, and here comes the photobioreactors, which is supporting the growth of the plant and the algal cells for the product productions. And we also have developed many of the specialized bioreactors, like I've shown here. It is the hollow fiber reactor that is used for the monoclonal antibody productions. And next comes another specialized bioreactor, an open bioreactor, where it is possible for us to grow our own tissue. Here there is a growth of the muscle tissue that's being shown in the picture. When we concentrate upon the product productions, the processes should also be given importance. So when we talk about the clean and green energy, and the processes that are involved in these processes must also be eco-friendly. Hence, I would like to introduce the concept of the biomemetics over here. So we need not to develop any products or any processes. We can just get the resource ideas from the nature that is surrounding us. So here we can see, here I've just shown over here many of the products which are derived from the nature, which are successfully converted into the products, like the design of the car mechanics, which is being designed based upon the cheetah allometry, so that as the cheetah runs faster, the car is also able to be driven faster speed, so that there is a high consumption of the fuel. I would also like to show you about few of the normal products that we use in a day-to-day life, like this hose pipe, which is a self-healing hose pipe, which is very rigid, that is derived from the snake skin. We also have the food wrappers that can be constructed with the help of the eggshell case. We also have the LED screens, LED materials that are being derived, or which has been constructed based upon the insect irradiation. So for the economic ecosystem resilience, the zero waste concept is important, where product design, the manufacturing, transport, education, smart spending, new rules, resource recovery and safe and resilient jobs have to be focused. This is the entire concept of the bio-based economy, where the raw material or the waste of one industry is used as a product for the manufacturing of the next industry's product. The main advantage here is that the product is for the better tomorrow. The processes helps in the reduction of pollution. Thereby we are able to have a healthy living style. Hence, there is a great demand, and we should accept the concept that there should be a shift in the paradigm of the chemical-based products replaced with the bio-based products. As a citizen, it is our role to contribute to mitigate the environmental pollution and focus on human welfare. It is the right time to have a paradigm shift towards the sustainability and circular economy by changing the attributes of curriculum, research and the product development. The road of zero waste management for sustainability development through biotechnology may be narrow, winding, but it is a worth travel. So let's all decide upon the concepts that we are going to focus upon, and let's take the travel. Thank you.